Hello, my friends. This is Jennifer Louise with the Wiggles Project. And in today's video, I would like to share with you something that is coming up on this Monday. So today is Friday. And on Monday, I have my first job interview that I have had since 2010, which is incredible. And that's only because from 2012 till now, I've essentially been self-employed. So I'm looking for part-time remote work and being very selective about where I'm applying. So for example, like the job interview that I have on Monday, that cover letter, I'm so proud of that cover letter that I wrote. I spent a day and a half working on that cover letter to just perfect it, and it was just beautiful. So yeah, I'm super excited about the prospect for this interview and it potentially being a really good fit. But I am terrified that I am going to get the wiggles, that my dyskinesias are going to start acting up because I am nervous. Even though I don't get really nervous talking to people, I really don't. I've been behind the bar in the restaurant industry forever, but when things get important and when I really want something to come across, how I want it to come across, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Just not only to be excited and to have this interview. This is the interview that I spent the day and a half on the cover letter. I mean, I love this cover letter. I was so proud of this cover letter. And in it, I directly discuss my having Parkinson's because it's on my resume, like that I'm working on the Wiggles project and what it is. And then aside from that, it's like if any employer is doing their due diligence, you can find me online. So it's all there. The YouTube videos, it's out in the public now. So that's another thing to consider when you're going public. What's amazing to me, and I don't know why I'm amazed actually, but I am. What's amazing to me is that I got the call back. But that doesn't mean that we won't be nervous during that interview, and because of our Parkinson's, that interview will go, let's just say, it'll be unlike any other interview that probably most bosses or potential employers have ever had. I mean, I have interviewed people and I've never had anybody trembling, or I've never had anybody with dyskinesias, during an interview. So it's interesting. It's just an interesting place to be. But the whole point of it is, going back, it's that I got the call, not only from this place on Monday, so I put in 2 applications. So after the Upwork thing, I decided, no, this is not for me. I found something on Craigslist. It was like 4 to 8 hours a week, which I was like, perfect. It's a little job, something that doesn't, is not going to require or demand too much of my time. And it was like a publishing type thing for a book, and it sounded great, but I wanted to find out more information about. So I actually got calls from both of these 2 places that I had applied to. So I guess I wanted to share with you my fear of the interview and shaking and having my dyskinesias come out during the interview and how I'm going to handle that, and if there's anything I can do to kind of calm myself or to make sure that I am as evenly medicated as possible. So that's the ultimate hope, so that I'm in that perfect zone that no matter how nervous I am, I'll be able to keep the dyskinesias or the wiggles, totally under control, and they just won't happen, basically. So there's that sharing the fear part, and then I will let you know for my next video how it ends up going, and if I bombed terribly or if I end up in tears. You know what? Who knows what's gonna happen? So yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. And if anybody out there has, the job search experience, or I imagine that like many of us, that a lot of people get their diagnosis while they're actually working. And so I got my diagnosis while I was self-employed. So I was kind of in a unique spot. And so, if I had worked for a company, I probably wouldn't have told people as well. I'm not sure. I guess it depends on the company and the type of work that I'm doing, but I kept it private, particularly because of my line of work. I just didn't want to have the conversation behind the bar all the time, oh, yeah, I've got Parkinson's, I just didn't want to do that. So I kept it to myself. And yeah, but if you have any tips or wisdom to share about your experience, you know, while working with Parkinson's, trying to find work while you have Parkinson's, the whole shebang. If you've got any words of wisdom, please pass them along. Even if it doesn't go how I hope it will go. The point is I got 2 calls back and 2 interviews set up with 2 potential employers who know that I have Parkinson's disease. And I think that there's this automatic kind of, sometimes anyways, my mind still goes there, but I cut it off right away when it wants to think the worst. It's just like, oh no, no one's ever gonna hire me. No one's ever gonna love me, that kind of stuff. You know, I've got Parkinson's. And it's just not the case. And I don't know how many times I need to be proven wrong, or other people you need to be proven wrong, but love can happen while you have Parkinson's disease. You can find a job while you have Parkinson's disease. Yes, I mean, you know, it might be a little bit more challenging in some respects, but the point is that it is possible. So anyways, share your stories and your comments down below. I would really love to hear from you. Subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much for checking this video out. Wish me luck.